See, this is my life. It always will be. There's nothing else. Just us. And the cameras. And those wonderful people out there in the dark.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Out There in the Dark, your favorite podcast. My name is Tom Alexander, and with me, of course, is the estimable AZ Majid.
The who? The estimable? I don't owe you nothing, buddy. I have no idea.
This is already, we're off to a surreal start.
Well, you can start again if you want.
It's up to you.
You want me to try doing the opening today?
Yeah, why don't you try it?
No, I couldn't. It's sacrosanct. No, you have to do the opening.
I have to do the opening. No, forget it. It's not worth it. These people.
Yeah, the people don't appreciate us
They
enough.
don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
Ingrates.
They're still, like, doing laundry. Today, we are going to talk about the Oscar nominations. So
the actual Oscar show is on the 15th.
Yes, it is.
Right.
Yeah, March 15th in a few weeks.
Yeah. I think we should do a live show.
I'd love to.
You know, like a live bitch fest.
Yeah, we'll just be Statler and Waldorf just going to town on it.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll announce that.
We'll try to. If anybody has any technical tips on how to do that,
they can help us
know
out.
because we suck.
Yeah, we're really old.
But the nominations were announced in January.
And I found I was very surprised, to be honest. That the vast majority of the movies this year are really good.
Yeah, it's been a really great year. 2025 was.
I really feel like there was a merging of a kind of art house aesthetic with a more commercial epic kind
accessible
of style. Yeah, because we're going to go through each of the movies and sort of I guess give our predictions.
Yes.
But yeah, generally speaking, I think really good year, and I don't really know what to think about that yet. Like, I don't know. I always tend to think about this in terms of what's the cultural trend, like what's happening that's making these movies so
well. But the Oscar nominations in particular, you've got the Academy has been trying to diversify their membership with more people who are not just Americans, and more people who are younger. And different, just more diverse.
Okay.
And so since that's been happening, which kind of started with the Oscars So White movement a few years ago, if you remember, and we've seen films like Parasite win Best Picture, and we've seen films that are a bit more challenging sort of become part of the Oscars conversation.
Yeah.
With some, sure, for every Parasite that's won, we also had. What was that Viggo Mortensen one? Something Green Book?
Oh my God! Yeah.
That won Best Picture.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh
So that was
God.
the old people came out for that one.
Or the what?
What are the worst?
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't even get through it. I tried to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
anyway.
no, I think you're right. But I think there's a difference this year because the movies were. This is where I haven't thought about this at all, really, to be honest. But it's coming up now for some reason, which is just that it seems like the movies themselves are just more complex, right? And something like P.T. Anderson, like one battle after the other, is not an easy movie necessarily to watch. Begonia was not a lot. Secret Agent, all these movies, they're not that. They're not easy. They're long.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're very deliberately paced. They're very influenced by. Again, art house cinema.
Look, a Norwegian film got 9 Oscar nominations. How is that possible?
Value? Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I also noticed that fewer films got a lot of nominations, so it wasn't like they were spread out a lot. And so the big news about the nominations this year is that Sinners, a vampire horror movie, basically got a world history record number of Oscar nominations.
That's
with
nuts.
16.
That's
more
nuts.
than Titanic got, more than All About Eve got, more than any movie ever.
Wow.
And
Deserved? I don't know. But
Well, I saw it way back when it opened like early last year, like I want to say January, February.
yeah, right.
And I remember thinking, well, that's not going to really get any Oscar nominations anyway because it's a horror movie,
Right.
and it's opening so early in
too
the year
early,
when
yeah.
usually the big Oscar movies open later.
Right.
So not only did it get Best Picture, Best Director, blah blah blah, but it got more nominations than anything ever. It's so
That's
weird,
crazy.
And I love the movie. I think it's great, but I mean, 16, really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I did not love this
Yeah,
movie.
I know you didn't.
And I can't help but think at a certain point, this is still a little bit of the Oscar so white kind of lingering, whatever liberal guilt stuff, that goes on. Because, yeah, like especially when sure, you've got something like F1, which I'm sure is not good. I don't know. I can't say, but I'm sick and tired of these race movies, man. Like, what's this subgenre? Who's it appealing to exactly? Like, I'm sure they're good movies, but F1, I'm not even interested to see it. And then
Right.
I haven't seen Hamnet, but the rest of these movies they're far better movies, like in terms of just cinema and scope and kind of like what's the word, like range, I guess,
Yeah,
and
complexity. Like these are all you can have your guilty pleasures and you can say, well, Green Book was entertaining, or you can say like, well, blah blah blah. But I mean, films like Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Secret Agent, Train Dreams. Those are, in any other year, any of those could win Best Picture.
Yeah, they would be the best. Like that would be the standout.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah.
And that's really a great testament to what's going on in cinema these days.
Yeah.
And why is that happening? I mean, I don't know. Are filmmakers getting more access to funding to make big films because of streaming services? I mean, look how many of these films are, Frankenstein is Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Train Dreams is Netflix. F1 was Apple, although it got a bigger theatrical release.
Right.
So...
Yeah, I think that's definitely got to be part of it, right? I also think just like it's interesting, I think that like everybody's always decrying the death of cinema, like for the last 40 years I've been hearing this, right? I can kind of believe it sometimes, but it's heartening to a certain extent that there's a kind of resurgence of a kind of, and it's a resurgence of a kind of like desire for complexity again, right, in cinema, and not just for just. There was a long time there where, like, I guess because Spielberg dominated and what his whole thing was, it was all about just,
like spectacle,
kids movies, movies that were about small towns in America, all that kind of stuff, or sci-fi movies, whatever. They were all kind of within a similar kind of genre. So you would get a bunch of movies that were nominated that were terrible, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a good thing. Should we just go through the movies, or do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, why don't we talk about Sinners? Because, clearly you and I feel differently about it.
Yeah, we did a show about Sinners a while back, I think, and where we
talked about it a little bit.
We both laid out what we thought. I know that you thought it was better than I did, and yeah, I'd like to see it again because I've only saw it that one time, but I did not love it. I thought it was fine, like fun, but I did not. I'm surprised it got this many.
Yeah,
Oscars.
no, I thought it was great. I mean, I'm a horror movie buff as it is. But what really struck me about Sinners, and again, I talked about this before, was the way it wove the experience of blues music and, that whole milieu into this vampire mythos where these vampires were experiencing a complete collapsing of time, where they weren't experiencing time in the same way that we all do, and that they were connected to each other almost like a hive mind. And what drew them together was the eternal value of this music. And I also thought it was interesting the way that when they were trying to attack Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo and all those characters in the speakeasy, their cell, if you will, whereas, with us, you're equal. If you're not with us, then you've got, the Klan is coming after you, and you've
Right.
got all of this, racial strife.
Right.
And you won't have that if you're with us.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really interesting. I thought the filmmaking was quite almost groundbreaking. There's a scene in the middle, like a musical number, where when the vampires are talking about their connection with music and how that worked with time, you had all of these musical motifs coming in visually
Mm-hmm.
from thousands of years ago up until like disco and hip hop and today. I thought that was really fascinating.
Right.
And, it's just really cathartic to watch Michael B. Jordan mow down with a machine gun a whole bunch of Klan members at the end. That was a lot of fun.
Right.
One complaint I would have, and I've heard this before too, is that it seems a little silly the way the vampires just kind of let themselves die. The sun's coming up, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe hide.
I said dumbest vampires ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. They looked cool. They were great, but yeah. Still, I thought it was
So you think
a
it's
great
deserving
movie.
of this kind of these accolades?
I think it's deserving of, I think it's deserving of the great reviews it got. The people who love it, I can see why they loved it. I also love the coda at the end, by the way. That really set it over the edge for me. When you had, when it went fast forward to like, I think the 90s or late 80s, and Buddy Guy plays the kid from earlier in the film, and then Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld show up, and they're not going to kill him. They're just like, we're here. That was cool. But yeah, like I said, 16 nominations, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't...
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't need to go through why I didn't love it as much as everybody else seems to, but you know what? I'm happy to be the outsider on this.
No, I know a lot of
I'm
people
used
who
to
feel
that
like
position. So,
Well, you're a man out of time and space.
yes, I am.
You are.
Yeah. Just like a floating blob, basically.
You're like an amoeba. You're
Yeah, exactly. I am
Yeah. In terms of what is Sinners going to win? I mean, what do you predict? I don't think it's got a lot, but I don't think it'll get necessarily that much.
It's either going to win everything because the hype now is really big. And if it doesn't win, you're going to get Black Lives Matter after you and, every like...
It's not a favorite to win Best Picture, but it will probably... It's going to be... I think the Best Picture winner is going to be either One Battle After Another or Sinners.
Well, I think it's either going to be... Yes, it's either going to be a sweep of Sinners or One Battle After the Other.
It'll get a lot of technical awards. It'll get, like cinematography and probably musical score. The musical score is pretty great. Things like that.
Well, you can kind of get a clue when you look at who else is nominated in what other categories, right? Like you have nobody in a Best Actress which is interesting. And then you have Delroy Lindo for Sinners, and that's it. Supporting actress.
Supporting actress, yeah.
Wunmi Mosaku.
Yeah, and Michael B. Jordan for Best Actor.
Right.
Ryan Coogler, director.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be Sinners or One Battle. They're going to sweep it, right? But
I don't agree, but we'll get there when we get there.
Okay, I think it's going to be... Okay, do you want to do our predictions on this then right now? Or do you want to continue going through the movie?
Let's do predictions. Okay. That's always fun.
Okay. So...
You want to go category by category?
Yeah, let's do... You want to do Best Picture first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or do you want to do start at...
Oh, you know what we should do? We should do
supporting
prediction and our choice.
Okay, that's good. All right.
That's fun.
So let's start at supporting actor.
Supporting actor. I don't know.
All right. So we're going to do our predictions now. You've heard enough. You've had enough of our talk. So let's predict. Okay, so we're going to go by category. So supporting actress, and the nominees are Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners.
Yep, she was really good.
Of course, Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another. Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value. Inga Ipsdotter Lilias for Sentimental Value. Amy Madigan for Weapons.
Weapons was a cool movie. I don't know if you saw that one.
I did see it.
It's a neat horror movie. She's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
not your
thought it
thing.
was okay. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm gonna. You want me to go first? Or you
Yeah,
want-
you go first.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, probably. I think she won.
Yeah.
she's won a few of the awards. She's great. It's a real dynamo performance. She's really like.
Yeah, or I mean,
She's one of those roles. Sorry, it's one of those roles where she's in a lot of it in the beginning,
right?
But it's like her presence hovers over the rest of
For
the film.
sure, yeah. It's a very strong character and very well done. Like she's great. She has a lot of intensity, but you also have those sisters from Sentimental Value, which I mean, I didn't love Sentimental Value. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a little maybe Bergman-esque, a little too much, but those performances were pretty strong.
I'll say. I mean, I think I like Sentimental Value a bit more than you did, but I agree it leaned way too much on the Bergman-esque. Like there's this weird shot where their faces are melding, like Persona. Like why?
It's like I almost thought, well, he's doing it on purpose, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So
but if I had to make a choice on my personal favorite, I think it would be Inga Ibstadter Lilius. She was kind of the heart and soul of the movie.
She was, yeah.
I mean, you had the battle between Renate Rinsby and Stellan Skarsgård, and Elle Fanning drops in like some kind of interloper.
Yeah.
But the emotion of Lilius was just really shattering. And
just the sort of the coiled, tight rage that's there, but not spoken.
But they were all
sometimes spoken. That's one I'd like to see again, though. To be honest, it kind of washed over me. I didn't respond to it as much as I should have, I think. But I just remember thinking like, this is good.
I didn't like it as much as Joachim Trier's previous film, The Worst Person in the World,
which I haven't seen.
That was excellent.
Yeah. But okay, and then in Best Supporting Actor, you have Delroy Lindo for Sinners, Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, Sean Penn, One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. What do you think?
What do I think? I think Stellan Skarsgård is going to get it. I was shocked that this was his first nomination. I couldn't believe he'd never been nominated for an Oscar before.
Yeah.
Given how
he's got a great career.
He's an amazing career, and he was stunning. Like he really anchored the film. His character was sad and pathetic, but was very believable.
Yeah.
I thought he was tremendous, but everybody here's pretty great. I mean, Jacob Elordi, maybe my least favorite, just because, like, he was good. He was great.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, Del Toro and Sean Penn, like, amazing. And I love Delroy Lindo. He's fantastic. And he was, kind of heartbreaking.
So you really didn't pick anybody.
Okay, so my prediction is Stellan. And I think that's probably my personal pick, too.
Okay.
But Sean Penn was pretty great, too.
I think okay, I'm going to say I think Sean Penn's going to get it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
it's very possible.
But I think Benicio del Toro deserves it.
Okay.
I loved him in that. His performance is subtle and it can sort of pass you by, right? But it's amazing. Like I've seen One Battle After Another 3 times. Actually.
Oh, you have? Wow. I've only seen it the one time when we went.
Yeah, so I watched it again on my own, and then friends of mine came over because they hadn't seen it.
Cool.
And they don't have cable, and so I said, come over and watch it, right? So, yeah, watching it for the 3rd time, I was like, holy shit. It's Benicio del Toro is so comforting. He's so... Mm-hmm. He's the figure. He's the dad figure in that film, like the good dad. Like
Sean Penn's the bad dad, I guess. No.
The very bad dad. Yeah, he's the
mega dad.
Yeah, we could talk all night about it. We already did a show on One Battle, and so I refer you all to that episode if you want to hear more about our analysis. But I think he's going to win, but I think Benicio deserves it.
No argument here.
Best Actress, Jessie Buckley, Hamnet, Emma Stone, Begonia Rose Byrne. If I had legs, I'd kick you. Renate.
Rensby,
I think. Renate or Renata?
Renate,
Rensby for sentimental value. And
sorry to all the Norwegians.
So yeah, really bad. And Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue. All right, already no on that one.
Have you seen Song Sung Blue?
No, I have not.
Neither have
Just the
I.
trailer made me cringe to almost a point of like death.
I know
right?
people who love that movie. I haven't gotten to it.
Come on.
I just haven't gotten. I haven't seen it. But I've seen all the others.
I would say, who cares on that one?
Who cares on Song Sung Blue?
Yeah, who wants to know? Do I really want to spend time learning about Neil Diamond?
I don't really. Yeah, it's not on my list.
Why do I need to know about Neil
It's
Diamond's
never been on my
life?
list. I'm sure Kate Hudson's great, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
No.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Okay, so who I think is going to win is Jessie Buckley.
Yeah, it's pretty much a lock.
And since I haven't seen this movie, I have to recuse myself. So
this Hamnet is one of my favorite movies this year. I thought it was incredible. It was beautiful, multi-layered, and it was the biggest tearjerker.
that's what I've heard. Yeah.
I saw Hamnet at TIFF at the Princess of Wales Theatre, which is almost, I think it's around 900 seats.
Yep.
It wasn't the premiere; it was the second screening, but it was pretty full. And I swear to God, like the theater was shaking. It was like, because you're not shedding a tear, you're like sobbing. I mean, it's a really great exploration of grief for me, because I'm sure most people know The Presence, and spoilers are going to be all over this episode anyway. But halfway through the film, the young son of William Shakespeare and his wife dies of the plague, and everyone's devastated. But it inspires William Shakespeare to write Hamlet. Hamnet is the name of the son.
Right.
And Jessie Buckley's character, the mother, is not into art. Like she's kind of like this almost witchy kind of woman of the land.
Right.
Like she doesn't get what her husband does for a living. And so in the climactic scene, she finally hears about this Hamlet play, and she runs off to London to watch it. And she can't even, and she's watching it. She doesn't know how to act in a play, so she's just completely freaking out,
right.
Jumping on the stage and
right.
Not jumping, but and you see the layers of thought going across her face while she's realizing that this is what my husband's doing,
right?
And this is what's happening, and it's beautiful.
Okay.
The movie's not perfect, but
right.
And I love Chloe Zhao as a filmmaker, so to me I just thought it was a beautiful film. I mean, it was great. And she's basically a lock. I mean, pretty much everybody thinks she's going to get it.
I think so.
Rose Byrne was really good, and if I had legs, I'd kick you, but I wasn't crazy about the movie. Sorry.
I've heard it's bad. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
The Renate Rensby, I don't remember who she is in the movie.
Oh, she's the main sister, the sister who's fighting with her dad.
Oh, she's the main one. Okay.
Yeah.
So then which one is Elf? Oh,
Elle
right.
Fanning.
Anna Fanning. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. And Emma Stone was great.
I loved Emma Stone in Begonia.
Yeah.
I thought she was great. She's always great. So I would say I haven't seen Hamnet. I haven't seen If I Had Legs. I haven't seen Song Sung Blue. So I would say it's Renate Rensby's movie year for Best Actress. Then I mean, because even though although for me, I would say that was a great performance over the other ones I've seen, which is Begonia, right? Which I love too, but I didn't.
Begonia is a wild movie. I mean, it's Yorgos Lanthimos is always worth watching.
It's very out there.
It's
very
out there.
The ending fucked me up a little bit. I have to say for Begonia.
Yeah.
Like that closet with all the
everybody
blood
else.
and it's like why does she go back? Like it's.
Yeah. It didn't work for me. The ending, I was really into it up until then. And I think that's the dividing line for most people. It's you either love the ending or you don't. I don't know anybody who hates the ending. It just didn't quite gel.
I don't. You know what? I feel like it's a double. The ending has a bit of a double cross or something to it. Mm-hmm. I don't think it means what we sort of think it means. I don't think it verifies Jesse Plemons' character's view. I don't think that's what it means.
No, I agree.
Like, because if that can't, well, okay, so yeah. Anyway, we can get into Begonia on another episode, but I've read people say, oh, so that means that he was right and she really was an alien. It's like, I don't think that's what it means. I think that whole closet thing has to be deconstructed. I don't know what the fuck's going on there, right? Yeah. It's almost like we enter his paranoia at some point, and we're now in this complete paranoid fantasy kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I thought Begonia was quite good, but I've talked to a few friends of mine who did not care for it. So we'll see.
I saw it with your brother Omar. He quite liked it.
Yeah, I can imagine we're liking it. Yeah. Okay, so you agree with that then, right? Jessie Buckley?
Yeah. And her, I mean, what a performance. Holy crap. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Best actor, Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. I haven't seen Blue Moon. And Wagner Moura, The Secret Agent. What do you think?
Well, this is a tight one.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are saying, you know, Michael B. Jordan could get it. Wagner Moura won the Golden Globe for Best Drama Actor.
So, I mean, he's my favorite.
What a great performance.
He's my favorite for sure. I want whoever's going to win. I know it's probably going to be like Leonardo or Michael B. Jordan, and they're great too. But wow,
yeah.
I mean, Wagner Moura's face, is so full of humanity. You know, like it's just I don't know.
Yeah, no, he totally. In any other year, he could get this.
I know for sure.
I don't think he will, but he could.
But he should. But
well, I have another favorite, but.
Okay, let me guess. I can guess who your favorite is.
Okay, guess. You'll be wrong.
It's Timothy Chalamet.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say I agree. He was amazing in Marty Supreme. Yeah. I really like Marty Supreme a lot.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, I know he was great. I told you I started crying at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found his breakdown at the end really touching, you know. So
no, I mean
he's great, but you can't. I don't know.
It could go either way. Like
all of these guys.
They
are
both
good.
won the Golden Globe for Best Actor.
Right.
And they're all really good. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not a fun year. There's nothing to really shit on.
No, no. But I mean, Timothy's performance was so complex because, you know, he's obviously a narcissistic,
selfish,
highly driven person.
Yeah.
To the expense of everybody around him.
Yes.
But throughout the film, you see him sort of getting closer and closer, you know, to some kind of deeper humanity.
Yes.
And in the final two scenes of the film, it explores how he comes to a realization about his drive to succeed with the ping pong match.
Yep.
And then his personal life and sense of values at the very last scene. And I think it's an extraordinary film on a lot of levels. I didn't think it was perfect. I have my issues with that filmmaker and this filmmaking style.
Safdie?
Yeah, you know, it's just way too much busyness. Like, it's just a lot of...
I'm a big fan.
You're
of
a big
Safdie.
fan? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know. I totally agree. I also think what was really, which hasn't been discussed a lot, I don't think, with Marty Supreme, is the Jewish angle.
Of course.
It's so important to understanding this character, right? When he says, I would have killed Hitler, you know, it's like, this is a guy who's like fucking just coming off of like a genocide of his people, right?
Yeah.
And he's got to prove himself, right? I mean, it's not just he's a selfish guy. There's reasons for him being selfish, right? Mm-hmm. And for him having that drive and he's trying to strengthen the image of the Jewish person, right? After they felt a sense of humiliation, right? Yeah. Not just that they were murdered, you know, but like they were made to look so weak, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's a very important aspect of the movie, and it's not rubbed in your face, but it's there.
No, it's a really strong subtext. You know, like his friendship with the other player, who's a concentration camp survivor.
That story is amazing.
The story is incredible. That whole thing with the honey and licking it off of his body was so visceral and really really emotional.
Yeah.
And the way that Chalamet's character is striving and seems to take almost like a role model, Kevin O'Leary and Gwyneth Paltrow. Right. He's sleeping with his wife and he's trying to ingratiate himself with this, scumbag.
Yeah.
In this really superficial way.
Yeah.
And then realizing that he'll never get there. That scene where Kevin O'Leary spanks him.
Yeah, it's exactly
unbelievable.
It's exactly a replay of the Jewish position in American society post World War II. Yeah. That like all these great artists of Jewish artists like Woody Allen and stuff like that, right? Like I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm just saying as an artist, right?
It's okay.
You have this or Philip Roth, the writer. You have this idea of the young man, the Jewish young man who is trying to find his place in this society and having to navigate, the tradition of being Jewish with the need to succeed and prove,
and in a very post-war milieu, right?
Yeah, because it's like they almost wiped out all of us, man. It's like we have to get in there. We have to empower ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying this in any way to be political. I'm just saying that's sort of the history of
exactly
of the Jewish diaspora, right? So. That's a big part of Marty Supreme. I just think that's a big part of it.
It's what elevates it. It's not just about this scummy
guy who's whatever.
Player.
Yeah, exactly. There's depth to it.
But it's all very entertaining too. The ping pong matches are riveting.
They're beautifully shot.
And who knew Kevin O'Leary could act? He was really good.
I wouldn't say really good, but a couple of times I was like, wow.
Gwyneth Paltrow was really good.
She was really good.
Yeah.
She should have been nominated, I think.
Yeah,
because she's good. She was very elegant and
very sad.
Old lady, kind of old rich lady.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's Timothee's in a stacked. Everybody in there is great.
Yeah,
Michael B. Jordan, I loved. He gave incredible performances. Twins, where it was close. I wouldn't say I'm not talking Jeremy Irons here,
right?
But Michael B. Jordan had this way of you just looked at them and you knew which one was which. Anyway.
Yeah, and I would also say I would be fine even though he's already won before. But if Leo won, he was incredible.
He was. And funny and
and lovable, really shambolic, kind of but doing the right thing kind of guy, right?
Yeah, and we could all identify with him,
For sure.
Yeah.
Especially all the weed smoking. And then now we're on to Best Director. So we have Ryan Coogler for Sinners, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After the Other, Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, and Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value.
That was a beautiful Norwegian accent he gave there.
Anyway. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to say Coogler's going to win.
Okay.
I'm going to say Paul Thomas Anderson should win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Paul Thomas Anderson will win.
Okay.
And I think he should win.
Okay.
Really. I mean,
amazing movie.
It's such a great film. Yeah.
I've seen it.
You've seen it three. I gotta watch it again.
And it's still. I could still watch it another time. So.
But all 5 of these movies I really like a lot. I love Marty Supreme. I love One Battle After Another. I love Hamnet. Sinners is great. Sentimental Value is really good. And they're all, as filmmakers, I think each of these films, they put their own stamp on it, and they fit within the artistic body of each of these.
Absolutely. These are gold standard movies, man.
Yeah.
Gold standard.
This is the top of the top.
Yeah, top drawer. As my dad might say.
I mean, and I think One Battle After Another is probably Anderson's most ambitious film. his most.
It's kind of like a coming together of all of his work,
Yeah.
right? In a certain way. You know, there are themes in it that he's, you know, like you can see in Boogie Nights even, and, you know, going forward, obviously, with the other Thomas Pynchon one, Inherent Vice.
Right. Which I also loved.
I love that one, too. I think, in a way, like, that's the perfect union, you know, like P.T. Anderson and Thomas Pynchon, right? They share a kind of similar, like, sense of humor.
I've never read any Pynchon, but yeah.
Yeah, very few people have. A lot of people say they have.
And they're lying.
Yeah, I've read one, and
good for you.
It's easy. It's not easy. I had to restart reading it like 5 times because I was like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Okay, so we believe that Best Picture is going to... So the nominees are Sinners, obviously One Battle After the Other, Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, Hamnet, Sentimental Value, Begonia, The Secret Agent, Train Dreams, and F1. So let's talk a little bit about The Secret Agent and Train Dreams. Let's do Train Dreams first.
Yeah.
So I saw Train Dreams, and it was a very beautiful movie.
It is.
And a very good movie. The problem I had with it was very much Diet Malik, right? And a little too much for my comfort, you know? Like, it was just like, you have to develop your own style here, you know, as a director. You can't ape it to that level, right? So that was my problem with it, even though I thought it was a very beautiful movie, right? But
yeah, I mean, I'm very hit and miss with Terrence Malick, and I agree with you that he was, you know, they were really clearly inspired by Malick and influenced by Malick. I liked it more than most Malick movies.
Fair.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was a beautiful film. I'm fortunate in that I got to see it on the big screen because it is so beautifully shot. It's such a languid film. It very much, you know, it's a simple story, but there's.
I liked it. I can't fault the movie because it actually was beautiful and it had really, you know, good stuff, like interesting subtext about immigrants and, you know, and the whole thing about the wife and daughter, you know, just disappearing like that. I mean, it's a really strong movie.
It is beautiful.
I just felt like, okay, but, you know, I don't like when it becomes so obvious what the person is doing. It becomes a little bit. It's not homage. It's like you've taken it and you're kind of trying to pull a fast one. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. I think that's a very fair assessment.
Yeah. So I think that's why, you know, I feel like it's not maybe as legitimate a great film as maybe some of these other ones.
Sure.
And I know me and you we've talked about this already, but I think we both agree that the movie that's most deserving this year is The Secret Agent.
Absolutely.
Which was it's not an easy watch. I don't think it's an easy watch. Like, it's slow at times. I don't think slow is a bad thing, but it's paced deliberately. But this is a work of art, right? This is not just like a movie, right? This is a work of art. Like, I feel like this is a masterpiece.
I 100% agree, and it is not an easy film to watch. So I saw this at TIFF, and just before the movie started, these 3 people walked in. Looked like parents and their old adult daughter, and they were kind of dressy in that way that you know that these people are probably coming in from like the suburbs or something. This is their TIFF screening. Maybe they got a gala pass. I don't know. And they sit down next to me, and they kind of look a little out of place. And it occurred to me that maybe they just thought, oh, wow, we can see this like cool thriller called The Secret Agent. Because the body language as the movie went on got very like shifty.
Bored and
and then there's a surreal scene. It's one of the greatest scenes in the entire film. Kind of a spoiler, but there's like a severed leg hopping around a park in the middle of the night where guys are hooking up, and
it's attacking them.
And it's attacking them. And those two parents next to me got up and left so fast. They were gone. Like, they were checked out. And daughter was not far behind. After another 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And,
I can understand people.
But wow, what a great scene. Like, it was just a surreal...
Just the genre shifting and the... which is very difficult to pull off, right? Mm-hmm. But in this movie... First of all, this movie takes place in 1977 in Brazil. And the detail... The way it looks, the whole movie looks like a Life magazine, like some kind of spread from the 70s. So beautifully composed.
It looks like it was made in the 70s, and it actually had that kind of like
Pichote or whatever, right? Like something like that, from an actual movie from the
or like Antonioni, like The Passenger.
Yeah.
What I mean,
but it was like, so it was very it was a stunningly beautiful movie, I thought.
Yeah.
But it was funny. And it was deep, and it was so layered. Like that whole thing about the leg, that all stems from this whole thing about Jaws, right? Because that's when Jaws was big, and there's the kid who, his son who's obsessed with wanting to go see Jaws, but he's too young. Yeah. But this idea of the shark, right, who's about to eat the because the poster plays big in the movie, right? Where, if you remember, it's a giant shark and then a little woman at the top, right? And it's a metaphor for what's happening politically, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Like it's there's something underneath everything that
can
get you
shark. Yeah.
Get you anytime.
Exactly.
And what's left, maybe it's your severed leg.
Yeah.
But it's gonna just
chaos. The leg also does the work of the government, right? Yeah. Like it's beating up homosexuals in the park.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like this. Everything's very layered, and then you realize later that. Well, I don't know if I should say this part. It's too much of a spoiler, maybe, but you do realize at some point that this is the whole thing is a flashback, because there's these two students who are going through archives. So this is later, and they're these two girls who are sitting across from each other in this office, and one girl is listening to all these interviews and tapes and going through all the archives. She's been piecing together the story so far. So that's how the story is being told, in a sense, through the piecing together of history, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's just so much going on in this movie, and it's the filmmaking is so expertly. It's amazing. I can't wait till
masterpiece. I say it's a masterpiece.
I'll be getting the Criterion 4K on this one, like ASAP.
Yeah, I think people will be talking about this one for a long time. I think there's filmmaking stuff in here, because I make films too, and I know when I get that feeling like, oh, I wish I had done this, right? Yeah. I wish I could have my name on this thing. It's so amazing, right? Know. So, yeah, people who are in film, I think, are going to really, really love it. But I think anybody can love it. It's not a difficult movie in the sense that it's funny and it's not hard to follow. Yeah. Right.
I know somebody who saw it and she really liked it, but she kept asking me questions like, "But what was this? What was that?" And the film is so elliptical.
It is.
And what's really smart is that you know what's happening, but you don't get all the answers.
No.
And you don't know 100%. Nothing's explained. You just see it.
Yeah,
and
you sort of get the impressions rather
like
than...
that whole bit with his I guess his wife who I can't remember if she was disappeared or was murdered, but
it's implied that she was murdered.
Yeah,
like he says to the son, "Oh, she got sick and died."
Well, we know that's not true.
Yeah, so but he's obviously making, because that obviously it's that creepy.
Oh man,
that creepy politician guy or whatever, right?
So greasy.
When he says, "I want a hole right here."
Oh,
yeah,
I got to see this again, like now.
Well, anyway. Especially because there's the whole movie is about fathers and sons, right? It's got all different parallels. Like you got the main character Wagner Moore, and his whole thing is that he's been targeted by officials. His wife was murdered. He took his son and gave him to the in-laws, and he left and basically disappeared. And now the whole movie is him going back to get his son, right? And wants, even though it's a dangerous thing to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wants to get a passport and get his son and go. Then there's the two hitmen, right?
Yeah.
And they're like a father and son.
Very much.
Yeah.
Are they literally father
No,
and son?
they're not literally.
Okay.
But it's like an older guy and a younger guy, and there's definitely a father-son dynamic. Then there's the police chief, and his son, right?
Oh, right,
and then
right.
the black guy is also, he says he's like a son to me.
Yeah.
Right? So these parallel father-son dynamics, right, where, you know, the fathers are leading their sons into these particular horrible, violent. It's how the system perpetuates itself, you know,
which is the structure of this paternalistic government that expects everybody to fall in line.
And that's why his desire is to lead. Like, he wants to take his son and go, right? He doesn't want to support this. Anyway, it's very multi-layered. I would suggest, you know, watch it. Like, definitely, if you get a chance to see this in the theater, go see it in the theater. But watch it at home. It's long. It is long. It's a bit of a chore to get through it, but not really. And it's worth it because it's you'll be thinking about this movie for days afterwards.
It's exactly, you know, in earlier episodes of our podcast, we've talked about you know, the kind of films that you know, people need to really pay attention to, like when we did our first episode on the top best films in cinema history.
Right.
And this is right in that. Like,
it is
totally it's the kind of movie, as a viewer, you're going to have to really think about, you know, the politics, the culture, the psychology of these characters, and
it's interesting to me that, like, there's parallels with this movie and something like One Battle, right? It's really about, and with another movie that was nominated for international, which is It Was Only an Accident. It's about essentially like living under tyranny, right? And how these groups form in an underground kind of way. Because, you know, in Secret Agent, when he goes back to get his son, he stays with this old lady who's like an old, like, radical, a lefty radical, and she's got this house, and it's all full of like agents, right? But they're just like, they just look like regular folks. They're not like slick James Bondy or anything like that, right? So it's like a family, right? And with One Battle after the other, it's the same thing. You have these lefty groups underground, right? And even with even with Sinners, right? You have this group. It's racially based, but then you also have the vampires. So it's about this kind of concept of groups who bond together because they're either oppressed and they're fighting back, right?
So is this a reflection of our times that we live in?
I think it has to be, right? Like, I mean, isn't that what we're going through? And I think it's why these movies.
Well, this ties into what you were talking about at the top of the hour here, about like, why is it that this was such a great year for cinema?
Right.
Why are all these really strong films happening?
Yes.
And you know, who knows why? But maybe it's about, you know, a shared feeling of oppression.
Yeah.
A shared feeling where these filmmakers are coming out, and even if they may not realize it, you know, this is what they're talking about, and they're doing it in a very eloquent and artful way.
Oh yeah, I totally think so.
Yeah.
I think you're really nailing it. Like, I think there's always an unconscious sort of element to culture, right? Like, what's driving trends, or what, you know, these things are not always, we're not aware of how they're happening. They just happen, right?
Yeah.
And I think you're right, but I think the move worldwide into kind of fascism and the kind of tipping over into fascist ideologies and ugly cruelty and, you know, Trumpism and all that shit. I think this is art's, you know, we're starting to see an artistic expression of the larger issues involved here, right? Which is, you know, a kind of they're tragedies, right? I mean, One Battle has a fairly good ending, but
and it's probably the most explicit of that kind of.
It is, but there's kind of like a, you know, anyway, I think, you know, it's you know, with with this one and with It Was Only an Accident, which is a Jafar Panahi film, which I saw here. I saw him. He was actually here, which was really cool. Yeah. Also very similar, and also interesting that they use humor and they use a kind of like casualness almost with this. The effects, they want to prove that the effects of living in a tyranny are subtle. You have to kind of look into the edges a little bit. You have to see what the changes are, right? They're not always so obvious. Right?
Yeah, and they're not like the politics are not like the only thing going on. It's
exactly.
It's never like didactic, and it's never like preachy.
Yeah, it's just everyday life.
Yeah, even
right?
It Was Just an Accident is very funny.
That's right. And so is The Secret Agent.
Yeah.
It's got some very funny parts, right? And it's also, because it's also a love letter, I think that's what also elevates The Secret Agent. It's a love letter to Brazil, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like the fact that he recreates 1977 Brazil, right? Mm-hmm. And there's great music in it. It's great. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. It's just a great movie.
It is.
Yeah.
And and I guess the only other Best Picture nominee we haven't talked about, which you have not seen, is F1, which
you have seen it?
I have seen it. I saw it at
now, who directed that?
Joseph Kosinski.
Okay.
Joseph Kosinski made a movie some years ago. You may have heard of it. It's called Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, yeah, right.
And F1 is basically a remake of Top Gun Maverick.
Of course it
It's
is,
got the exact same plot. It's so ridiculous. And it's not a terrible movie. It's a lot of fun. The racing scenes are I don't know how the fuck they did them, honestly. I saw it in the theater. I saw it at a film industry conference way back last May.
Okay.
They did a screening in the AVX auditorium. It looked and sounded unbelievable.
Right.
Brad Pitt's Brad Pitt, and Javier Bardem is doing his thing, and it's fine. It's not great.
It's
not your thing. Don't bother.
Yeah, I have to say, like this car thing is like really driving me nuts. All these movies about
they could have lost
makers.
like one or two races, and it would have been
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
As good as the races were. So easily the least of the Best Picture nominees. Frankenstein, we did an entire episode about the Frankenstein mythos, and we talked a lot about Del Toro's film.
Yeah.
It was very good. We liked it.
It was good.
I
feel the same way about that one that I do kind of about something like Sinners.
Sure.
Right? I think it was fine. It was good. I think Sinners was better, to be honest. Frankenstein was a bit of a failure for me, but again, like, I think that's good. There are a couple for international film. Secret Agent is also up.
I haven't seen Surat. Yeah.
Right, but Surat, which is from Spain, I haven't seen it either. It Was Just an Accident. It says from France, but obviously it's an Iranian guy, Jafar Panahi. And then there's the voice of Hind Rajab, which is, very, very controversial, very popular film.
It's an excellent.
Which
excellent
Tom's,
film.
You loved it, right?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it. Yeah.
Which I really want to see that one too. But I have a feeling Secret Agent, since it's not going to win Best Picture, it'll probably win.
Best International.
Well, sentimental value too. They're saying, right? So.
I mean, I think you and I would both choose Secret Agent,
but
sentimental value is going to probably win. But it's a tight thing. It could be Secret Agent.
Could be.
I don't think it's going to be. It Was Just an Accident, which was also really, really good. But
it was excellent. It wasn't Jafar Panahi's best film, though.
Right.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Like if you see White Balloon, that's a devastatingly beautiful film.
It wasn't as audacious filmmaking as I was expecting. It was very well made, for sure, and it did get really pretty audacious in the final two scenes, which I thought were like elevated the film tremendously.
Yep. Great ending. Yeah.
Great ending. But yeah, I think sentimental value is going to be the popular favorite.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the last one I'll talk. I don't know any of these songs really, to be honest. But
songs.
They're gonna do like big fucking deal. Like every song will get its own like.
I don't think they're gonna do that. They're gonna do Golden, but I don't know.
Oh, that's the K-pop one.
Yeah,
Golden, right? Yeah. Train Dreams had a beautiful soundtrack, I remember. The rest of these, I have no idea. I Lied to You.
Yeah, I don't know. The only one I know is the only one I remember kind of is Golden, because it's once you hear it, you can't get
It's
it out
an
of your head.
earworm, yeah.
It's an earworm, and
Dear Me.
it'll win. It'll win.
Well, Diane Warren, she's been nominated like 16 times
Yeah.
apparently. So
No, it's not going to happen. Sorry, Diane.
Diane, go home.
If it wasn't for K-pop, maybe, but
Yeah, true enough. And I'll just end on this. Like this year, they always give out a lifetime achievement award, and most of the time you're like, oh, I don't know, does that person really deserve it? I don't know. But this year, they really found somebody very deserving. Tom Cruise.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The man who saved cinema. The last movie star.
Right. So does he get does he get one, and the guy who runs Scientology gets one too?
Well, it passes down. So
Okay.
basically,
He just gets the one then.
Tom Cruise gets to hold it for about 40 minutes.
Just 40 minutes?
40 minutes, I
In
think,
his
is the
life?
rule. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, he goes backstage.
And then it goes to Miscavige.
And then it gets passed through different shadowy figures.
Right.
And then Miscavige gets it.
Right.
And
then Xenu gets it, I guess.
and then
in
it
the
gets
end,
ground down into a fine powder, and then is injected into.
into Tom Cruise's butt. And then it makes him be able to meet Xenu.
That's exactly that is. There is documentary evidence that is exactly what happens.
That's exactly what you have to do. You have to win an Oscar, grind it down, shove it up your ass, and then,
Yeah.
Xenu just appears like, hey, how's it going, man?
Yeah, comes out of the closet from Begonia.
Yeah. Are we going to get killed for saying
Yeah, we're done.
some
This could be our final
Kirstie
episode,
Alley's
folks.
ghost will
Yeah.
come and kill us? Or Beck will show up at our door or something.
Beck is Beck a Scientologist?
Yes, Beck is
I
a
had no idea.
Scientologist.
Wow, what a loser.
Whoa. I see what you did there.
Yeah,
And the Gene Hirschalt Award this year,
who's that going to?
the Humanitarian Award.
Yeah.
Oh, this one, I think everybody on the planet agrees with this one. Dolly Parton.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Perfect.
Everybody loves Dolly Parton.
Yep.
Yep. She's a genius. Actually, great songwriter.
And you mentioned Wynn Thomas is getting something.
And Wynn Thomas is also getting... So it's not just Tom Cruise. It's Tom Cruise, Debbie Allen, the choreographer and actor, and Wynn Thomas, who's a production designer who basically got his start with Spike Lee, right?
Amazing.
And, I was saying to you before, just for Do the Right Thing alone, that's such a cool-looking movie.
He should have got an Oscar for that.
He
Period.
should've- Yeah.
Maybe he was not.
Oscars. So
Yeah.
racist, man.
Well,
Holy
back in the
shit.
80s. Back in the 80s, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Spike Lee got a director, I think, nomination, but that was it.
Crumbs, man. Crumbs.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Should have got Best Picture 100%.
Every
Anyhow,
black movie should win a Best Picture Oscar.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically it.
Yeah, I don't have much else to add. I mean,
Conan O'Brien hosting.
yay. He was good. He was good last year. He'll be good this year.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah, fine.
The show itself is awful, always. I have very little patience for the show because it's such a, it's just so yuck. Anyway, but I also love it. So it's kind of like you love it.
You have to watch
It's the 70s irony thing, right?
Yeah.
You love to watch those shitty shows because you have something to laugh at and make fun of. But again, this year, I can't argue with the choices.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see good films get what they deserve. And that'll
that'll make my life so much better.
Thank you, Tom.
How the fuck does this help me,
Thank you, Tom Cruise.
Yeah. That's how we should do it when we host it. I'm just going to be angry at every single celebrity.
Yeah, we have to really increase the bitch factor
Yeah.
when we watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somehow.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think our listeners will appreciate that.
I think I'm going to
We'll just scream. Let's just scream the
take
whole
a lot
time.
of coke. That'll,
3 hours.
That'll bring out bring out your aggressive side. Hey, shut up! Shut up! No, you shut up! Well, I've been told I talk over Tom too much, so
That's okay.
I
think on the Oscar episode you're allowed to. We'll permit
now you've neutered me.
it. Emasculated you.
Emasculated. I'll fucking show you who's going to interrupt.
Don't interrupt Tom
What?
Cruise. Let Tom
What'd you
Cruise
say?
do his
What?
15-minute speech. Anyway.
All right.
There you go. So hopefully we'll see you at the Oscars, and we will definitely see you out there in the dark.
Seriously, that is the creepiest thing to say at the end.